priority, whatever you want to call it, negative, anything against Bernie Sanders. Surprisingly. Does that mean I'll nominate him for my party this year? I could base it on that alone, but I don't base it on that alone because just being someone clean, someone who hasn't had scandals, and someone who hasn't voted in a negative sense toward the beliefs that we have, whom are for him, that's not enough, I think, to put him off the list. So Hillary stays on the list, even though we've had that record of voting against things that were we have the email thing, and we have the Iraq withdrawal from the troops thing, and all that, and the scandals that her husband perpetrated that will follow her, as well as the Benghazi event that was overblown immensely by the Conservative Party and the conservative radio and television stations. I'm not going to blow her off the map for that just yet. As I said previously, we all knew that when Hillary decided to run for nomination that there were scandals that she was going to have to deal with constantly, because the Conservative Party doesn't have an argument against what she believes in, so they are going to do what the Conservative Party does best, and that's sling mud. That's what's going to make this upcoming debates on the Republican side so much fun to watch. You have 14 candidates. No less than 10 will be on the debate floor, and they're all going to do one thing that they do best, and that's sling mud. This will give them a big old mosh pit with some mud and water and say, go to it. Because that's what they're going to do. Chris Christie's going to say, fuck you this, fuck you that, without actually saying the F word. Donald Trump might actually say the F word. I know he said motherfucker on one of his speeches that if you watch Bill Maher. So maybe he'll give us some bleep words there. The first ever debate that had bleeps. Is this the first debate that might actually have bleeps in it? Wow, that would be fun to watch, indeed. Where we have the boring Democratic debate, which basically has, four? If Lincoln wants to run, wants to debate, I guess anybody who is Democratic candidate is going to be involved in the debate. But it's basically Bernie against Hillary. We know that. And Bernie has said outright, and I hope, and I pray he sticks to his guns, that he's not going to use a negative campaign. So he's going to talk about the issues, and Hillary, I think, would be wise to do the same. So here are two contrasting debates to look forward to here in August and September. The one side having the intelligent discussion, while the other side are like monkeys in a zoo throwing shit at each other. That's just, face it, you can't get that kind of entertainment on Showtime, even after 12 o'clock.
My mother, what is the phrase? She isn't quite herself today.
Oh my God! Thank you. The new phone book's here! The new phone book's here!
Well, I wish I could get that excited about
Nothing! Are you kidding? Page 73! Johnson! Maven! R! I'm somebody now! Millions of people look at this book every day! This is the kind of spontaneous publicity, your name in print, that makes people! I'm in print! Things are going to start happening to me now.
It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right. Group words together as a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headaches. Midol for any cramps.
Shut up.
Oh, what other news do I have to throw out there onto the grill of liberalism that I serve up every 10 days or so? I am considering ball caps or T-shirts here. I've noticed the amazing popularity of the Minions And if you look at the advertising on this front, it is hysterical. From McDonald's to Walmart to T-shirts, ball caps. If you got one of those, those little grabber machines that you get in Steak and Shake, maybe you see them in Steak and Shake. You have no prayer of winning, but maybe if you spend $50 in quarters, you might get a iPod that's 20 years old. Yeah, those machines even have the machines inside them. They're kind of like everywhere. And then everybody knows that it's the top grossing movie right now, and probably will be one of the top grossing movies of the summer. A movie about little yellow dudes who look like pills with goggle eyes. It's insane, really. It's really insane how popular these characters have become. And I'm thinking to myself, well, there's the avenue. We need to advertise. I can sit here and show little fucking posts on my Facebook walls and all I want to. And my 900 and some odd atheist and liberal friends tend to spend a lot more time and more deep detail research and really come up with much better stuff than I come up with. The reason, I'm busy doing this show. I don't have time to sit there. I work, first of all, 40 plus hours a week, and then I have my girlfriend who I don't want to ignore, so she's at least another 40 hours a week, and there's only so many hours in a week for me to sit down on the internet and just browse around looking for shit against the Republicans. Sorry, just don't have that time. So I thought maybe a slogan or a website, with a website underneath it on a t-shirt. So if I get to that point, I will let you know. I'm not being told who's watching this show by Spreaker. I'm not sure who's watching it multiple times. Hopefully not. Hopefully you're just watching one time so I can at least keep track that way. But maybe if you're wearing a t-shirt and someone sees it, they might check out the site. Worth a shot. I can't get Walmart to put my PLP sign up. You know that. I can't. I don't think they'd want to do that. I don't know why. But I possibly, a Mickey D's burger with PLP on it. Yeah, I'm sure they would love to do that. No. And I think my best bet is T-shirts that I would be able to give out to you if I knew who you were at, where you were at. Your home address would have to be involved, and yes, a small fee would be involved. But what you would get back is a clever T-shirt that you have people see it and say, wait, I've never heard of that organization, and then you can turn around and you can give you the best progressive liberal front you want to. And tell them this show's on there, and we're not just a bunch of boring discussions. Because, as I said before, politics is kind of boring. You know that. Well, I jam. I play some heavy-ass tunes. I find some groups you've never heard of, and maybe I hope you've heard some songs on here. You've researched a little bit, found out who the group was, and I've given you some new groups to listen to. So that's fantastic. And in comedy, I'm going to go back to doing some parodies. I don't know. I hope they were looked at as being funny and are popular. I can definitely come up with more Breaking Bad scenarios. Better Call Saul is going to start back up. I've finished finally watching all the 5 seasons of Walking Dead, so I'm all caught up on that now. I can go down to town on that one if I want to. Movies, I'll try to get Johnny Depp back in here. Tony T's still here. He's in the corner. He doesn't say anything, so you know he's not. You don't know he's here. He's my ultimate fact checker, the best fact checker you could ever want, and that's the quiet one who just takes notes. Right, Tony? Okay, he's going to write something down here for me. And again, I can't repeat that on the radio. Okay, Tony. Anyways, that's been the show. I tried to cover a lot, so it was short spurts over a lot, mostly in the opening as far as the recent events with the gun shootings and the terrorist acts now on our domestic front yet again. Donald Trump's ridiculous statements. I'm trying to make this sound less like a news program. I don't want to sit here and just read verbatim what's on the screen on my internet browser. That's boring anyway. So this is more me, less substance, more me. If you like more me, you're going to love the next few shows. It's just going to be me saying what the fuck I feel like saying things about, not only things that piss me off, but the fact that here I am now in Illinois, and now I'm looking at, as a veteran, to use my benefits to get a house. We'll take you step by step on that one, okay? Here's my situation. My credit is crap. I went to the hospital to have my forefront teeth removed because the service did a shitty job with the, we're not going to get involved in how I lost the forefront teeth. That's a whole other story. Anyways, but the service did a shitty job with the bridge, and I got a permanent put in there. I had an infection. The permanent had to come out, and it cost me a shitload of cash, and 2 days in the hospital, a day and a half in the hospital, so to speak, and put my credit history down the toilet. But as it turns out, my credit score is actually not that, is fair. So I'm wiping out those debts with the help of my parents, and I am using my veterans grant, which is a guaranteed home loan, to buy a home in Illinois. Yeah. I think that's called, what is that called? Ironic? It's kind of ironic. The state I can't stand. I'm setting myself to at least live in one more year. So I hope you enjoy my anti-Illinois and Midwest cracks. Get really to enjoy them throughout another year or so. As I am obviously burdened to stay here. But it's great, interesting foray for me I haven't ever even considered. And it's exciting in a way to, I already have a house that's being worked on. It's owned by my father, so this is kind of the foregone conclusion. If I get the loan where I'm going to live, I already know where it's at. I know what it looks like. And it's kind of it's an exciting situation. It's an exciting process. Of course, you have to apply for the loan still. Even after I get my debts cleared and my credit score is good enough, I still have to apply for the loan. And I'll keep you updated on that. What else can I keep you updated on? Well, let's see. The storm is coming. Winter is coming. Oh, God. Yes, I'm also caught up in Game of Thrones, which I was a little bit behind as well because of doing this podcast and such. And I will tell you that I do believe that Jon Snow is dead. So I'm accepting that. A lot of fans aren't, and I can understand why. He was such an integral part of one of the major plot lines in the show. But it is Game of Thrones, and who knows? So I think they do an amazing job of creating new characters to care about. And it would not surprise me if in 2 seasons people would say, will look back at the Jon Snow and say, I don't know. Don't really care if he comes back. Who was Jon Snow again? You know? So that's great. And the Pixels movie that's coming out with Peter Dinklage, I am looking forward to that as well. I don't pay for anything I watch, but that's another story. Another show we could use to discuss that. If I could do it without actually having the FBI or the movie theater powers that be now pounding at my door. That would be a bad idea, Ken. Probably not a good idea to do that show. So I probably won't do that show. I have ideas for shows. I have several looking into as far as not just giving you the news, the political front of my liberal beliefs and such, but entertaining you as well and giving you some more further insight into the world of Ken. The world of Ken Woodward, the amazing book, not yet to be written, of the world of Ken Woodward and what he finds to be entertaining and funny. Some might call my sense of humor a little macabre, and at the same time, I mislead some to believe that I do this to be entertaining. No, I'm out here. I'm doing this for one reason and one reason only. Believe it or not, yeah, it's fun to be behind the mic and do this little show and think, well, people like me because I'm on my show. I don't care. I could give a flying fleck less if you like me. I want you to be behind me. That's what I want. When I say people